This is Valley News Live at noon.
East Grand Forks police say one man is behind bars after leading police on a chase that ended in the Red River. Police say around 3 this morning they tried to stop a car, but the driver took off. That man led police on a chase until ditching his car, jumping into the Red River and swimming across. Officers arrested him a few hours later. Police say more information about that suspect and the case will be released later today. Aides for the House Select Committee investigating January 6th promise the upcoming hearings will reveal new details showing the assault on the U.S. Capitol was planned in order to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election, and that former President Donald Trump was at the center of that effort. Tonight's hearing is expected to include never-before-seen video from a British filmmaker who was embedded with the Proud Boys as that group allegedly planned and executed the assault on the Capitol. The DOJ already charged 5 leaders of the Proud Boys with seditious conspiracy. The hearing is the first in a series designed to lay out the results of the investigation, which include more than 1,000 interviews and more than 140,000 records.
What I'm excited to see is how the committee puts all these separate sort of threads of the investigation together into one cohesive whole. What they're trying to show is coordination.
This morning, the FBI arrested 2 more people in connection with the assault, a Republican candidate for governor in Michigan and a Washington, D.C. based chiropractor. A picture-perfect peek outside. Our long-awaited warming trend continues. Let's go to meteorologist Lisa Green with a quick look at our afternoon forecast. Lisa?
Good afternoon. It is looking pretty good out there. We've got some sunshine. We've got temperatures on the rise. Here's a look at our numbers. 75 in Fargo. Grand Forks is at 75. Just a really pretty day and comfortable outside. Some low to mid 70s elsewhere too. And a lot of places are reporting some clear skies. There are some clouds starting to move in. You could see some of these on our visible satellite picture, just kind of weaving their way into the valley. And that precedes a larger area of cloud cover, and you can see some showers over by Williston and Dickinson. So these are going to move eastward and could bring about a sprinkle up to maybe a decent shower that could produce a little bit of lightning. I can't rule out a weak thunder shower moving through with this one heading into late afternoon and into the evening. So if you're heading out to Ribfest today, lunch hour is looking really good, but heading into the afternoon and evening, you'll want to just keep an eye out for an isolated shower, and that may continue into the later hours after that into concert time as well. Again, not everybody getting hit, but the potential is there. So we'll show you that coming up in your hour-by-hour planner, and take a look at that weekend forecast too.
All right, we'll check in with you in a little bit, Lisa. Thank you. Yesterday's drowning death of a 20-year-old in Detroit Lake serves as a stark safety reminder before families head to the lake or pool. While all FM Metro pools say they are fully staffed with lifeguards for the summer, it's important people know the silent signs of drowning because it doesn't look how movies tend to portray it. Instead of a person screaming and splashing in the water, drowning is rather quiet and can happen fast. Timing is crucial. The human instinct drowning response can last anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. Experts advise looking for a person's head bobbing up and down in the water. Often, the drowning victim's head will be tilted back with their mouth parallel to the surface of the water. A former Minneapolis police officer is going to prison for 3 years for stealing drugs from people during traffic stops. 29-year-old Ty Gendra was found guilty in November of stealing tramadol, methamphetamine, and oxycodone in 2 cases. He filed false reports in his one case. He failed to mention that he had discovered pills. Meanwhile, a former North Dakota prison guard will spend 3 years behind bars for smuggling contraband to an inmate. 39-year-old Matthew Taylor of Mandan pleaded guilty in March to delivery or possession with intent to deliver in a correctional facility. A woman paid Taylor last August to smuggle in a cell phone, SIM cards, and meth to an inmate at that facility. A former Fargo police officer is appealing his firing to Fargo City Commissioners. Justin Nacciatillo claims insufficient investigation into his accounting of events played a role in his firing. He was fired last December after an internal review found he mishandled 2 cases. Police Chief David Zabolski says Nacciatillo was on his way to a missing persons call, but took 27 minutes to respond and even stopped along the way. In another case, he did not meet with the victim of a stolen vehicle or finish paperwork. Fargo's Civil Service Commission upheld his termination in February. Moorhead's COVID testing site is taking on additional duties. It'll be one of Minnesota's 3 test to treat COVID locations in the state. It'll allow people to get tested for COVID-19, and if they're positive and determined to be high risk, they can receive a free prescription for the antiviral medication Paxlovid at the same time. The first site in Minnesota opens tomorrow in Brooklyn Park. Moorhead is Monday and Duluth is Tuesday. Many are ready to get out and explore for summer vacation. Coming up at noon, we have ways to avoid slipping further into debt without skipping the fun. But next, warming up as we head into the weekend, the rising temps comes a better chance for rain showers. Meteorologist Lisa Green is next with your weekend forecast.